Hello, welcome back to a brand new episode of SPUD. I'm Maniacal Mac. Today's movie we're going for came out in 1973 and it's called Idaho Transfer. How I came across this was someone who watched one of my reviews, AJ Rolo. He actually recommended this one, so I was like, never heard of the film. See what it's about. He said it's the same director who did Easy Rider. Quite a big, well-known film. This came out shortly before, but apparently, like, he got a lot of like unknown actors involved in this one. Apparently, it was a very weird decision he made making this film. The whole concept seems mad. It's like about, I think, his students find out about time travel, and end up doing that. But then there's something about like they find out that the world's going to end, or the apocalypse is going to happen in 50 years. So they're trying to use this time travel thing to either stop it or get out of it. I don't really know. It sounds like a mad idea, to be honest, but I know it's a very low budget film. So with these films, when you've got a huge grand idea and your budget's very low, it's pathetic, sometimes, but might make a good episode, you know what I mean? So again, I really don't know what to expect with this one. So shout out AJ Bolo for the recommendation. If you got any films you suggest yourself, let me know. Always good to do ones I've never thought of myself to cover, so it's like, hey, something different. If you have seen this film yourself, what did you think of it? After you've seen a review, my reaction and review, do you agree with what I think? Otherwise, let's give Idaho Transfer a go, and thanks to AJ Rolo for the recommendation. Let's go. Oh, so there's a little base, a little bunker there that you can just come across without no locks and just slide open and let yourself in. Not that you'd be walking around them areas, I imagine, but if you ever played the game Mad Max, you come across a lot of them, you go out searching for them, so if Mad Max is pissed off with you, you're fucked, that's what I'm getting at. How much she's struggling to get her fucking trousers off, didn't think maybe do another take of this, or, was this even necessary to put it in the first place, but there we go. What? Okay, so she just played with what looks like an old school analog satirizer machine and warped her somewhere. So she had to take her watch, her trousers, her socks and shoes off. She's fine keeping her knickers and top and stuff on. Am I missing something here?
Not quite.
God, that's such a bore, having to fucking struggle taking your trousers off your shoes every time you want to fucking transfer, Surely the technology is yeah, just keep your clothes on. If we can fucking transfer you around, surely technology is yeah, keep your clothes on. No? Or part of it, or whatever.
I'll be back Monday. I'll alert Lewis by
So in 1973, a bunch of students know to time travel because they're all fine about it. No one's like, what, you were time traveling? They're all just casual, not even bringing it up, as if it's just a whatever thing. But in 2024...
Should I...
What went wrong?
Did you get any romances at the clinic? No, it's too much trouble to get very close to anybody there.
Did you just ask if she got any romances at the clinic? Do you want to be meeting people in the clinic, going, oh, what have you got? What have you got? Do you want to, play a bit of Pokemon, catch them all, bit of swapsies, you know what I mean? Not, probably not place to advise looking for that, yeah.
Everyone has ace! Ace! We's gypsies. We ain't got a care in the world.
You just said they're gypsies. They just picked up these random hitchhikers. So first off, haven't you seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre? And if they are gypsies, haven't you seen Borat? Gypsy tears are worth some,
Do not fear me, gypsy. All I want from you is your tears. Please give them to me or I will take them.
Oops, they just dropped them off. So unless they come back in the film, which I don't think they will, was there any point in that scene, really? Or...
Oh, hell no!
And rule number 2, take off your clothes.
So, rule number 2, take off your clothes, but it's you don't though. You only take off your trousers, socks and shoes. You keep on your top and your knickers.
What? Can't wear anything heavy or anything with zippers.
Okay, you can't wear anything heavy or anything with zippers, fair enough. Alright then. So no metal on you basically, as well, okay.
Well, duh.
But then what about your bra? You have, like, metal in your bra. You know, wearing bras is fucking 70s, 80s, isn't it? Like, bras, I'm fucking talking about. Fair enough. Like, is that the reason why you never wore bras in the 70s and 80s? Because time travel existed then, it was common knowledge. Because it was like, fuck, I don't know, something happened, someone went into the past to stop us knowing now. Is that what happened? This is a saturator I stole from fucking Stevie's recording studio. He's still pissed off at me.
Anything inside this has to be secured to the transfer grid. Can't be anything loose.
Okay, nothing can be loose. Everything within the red lines has to be secured or shit will go wrong.
They control the lag time and the extended penetration into the future.
The lag time and extended penetration into the future? Is this going to go into like a porn, like a low frame rate and slow down or something? Like, I should be making sexual jokes here, but they're supposed to be sisters. However, they're actors and they're not related in real life, so...
Woohoo! You like the freaky stuff, huh? That's cool.
Well, they having an eye exam in an optician's? What the fuck's going on here? She said something about penetration. Girls' legs is like straight open, like a device is going to come out or something now, is it?
What the fuck?
Oh, here we go.
Here.
Alright, so she did say they appeared underground, so they just crawl up out of a hole then. Alright, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. 18 inches.
Oh, probably got himself swallowed.
By what?
Like, you can't blame me. She just said, number 4, what's his length? 18 inches, so he probably got swallowed. Come on, how else are you supposed to be thinking about that? Ah, look at that, you fucking idiot. How did that break so easy? Oh, she tapped her head lightly. Like, even she's looking at her like, come on. Come on! Bad! Come on! Bad! Come on! Come on! Are you looking for an insurance claim, Nave? Come on, I'm your sister, like, you know what I mean? No one else is around you. So she fell down like a fucking 2-foot hole that's turned into a 4-foot hole, okay? And broke her calculator en route.
Pathetic.
She lightly tapped her head. There's no blood coming out or nothing. She's fine.
Pathetic.
Ah, she fell. What? Well, because she fell down, she's come back on her own, is she? Look at her. She purposely rolled over the red on purpose. That's bullshit. She went out of her way to go, oh, let's fucking roll out here out the way.
Pathetic.
That was pretty pathetic. So, right, just go back, get her. She'll be right by the spot, roll her back round, and then, pretend you didn't fuck that up and no one needs to know, innit?
Well, duh.
Wait, how was she back in the room when she rolled out with a red thing? Or they came back and she rolled out? I don't know. Yeah, I think as they transferred, she rolled out, but she's already back, so nothing matters, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. So because I think what might have happened, when they were doing a transfer, she rolled out, which has disrupted it. And they didn't come back to their normal time, or maybe they've gone to a completely different time now, I don't fucking know.
What?
So I think she's dead, like, it looks like. I guess her sister, and she's just kind of like, oh, more kind of like, oh, better not let no one know about that, like her own sister.
What?
So she's got all these letters. I'm guessing this is a while after the events now.
She's being a bitch again.
Ah, she's being a fucking bitch. Being traumatized, not getting over his sister's death. No.
It'll only be a minute.
I mean, didn't you know you were supposed to be going on a mission? Why are you all rushing around? Were you partying last night and you've all just woken up and you're like, fuck. Is that what's happened? Fair play, gotta be said, that hairstyle with the gun on right, Jesus, that's insanity, like. So it looks like she's transferred to a different time, like, because they're all like, who the fuck is this person? Like, what the fuck?
Not quite.
Alright, there's guards all over the place, so... Alright, they're there without the guards knowing. Yeah, leave the toilet roll or the guards can come across when you could have literally just picked it up. They said there's no zippers or metal. There's no metal or zippers in your socks, is it? So why did they fucking take their socks off, like?
Oh, mistress, I love your feet.
What?
Especially when they're dirty, you know.
What about his glasses as well, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, the glasses are fine, are they, or? Is she getting topless in front of him?
Respect.
Oh,
Oh, there you go. She did mention glasses. So these lot are just wandering off 500 miles, they said, to Portland because the power's off down by there. Like, why are you wandering off 500 miles to Portland for?
I don't know.
I guess and there's another team there, maybe? But if they are 50 years in the future, which I guess they do every time you transfer, unless you have kept contact with them now, you know, it's... Oh, okay.
Oh, I dropped the ring. It's all undone. Do you know how to do them?
No, I don't.
Ah, she dropped the ring. It's all undone. Can you help me? Do you know how to do them? He's like, no. So they split off in groups, even though it was like 5 of them that went. Okay.
What?
How disgusted she is. Like that butt plug covered in dust. Ah, won't be able to use that.
What's the matter?
I don't want to go look at a goddamn train. I'm tired.
Ah. Welcome to fucking the land of survival. She'd be shit on like these survival games, wouldn't she? Like, he's like, oh, you know, let's track over there, an hour to get there and back. Be worth supplies, probably get some legendary weapons, and oh, fuck off, I just want to sleep. Save my game. Don't get no progress. Alright, well, you stay at level 2, I'm gonna fucking come back at level 30, mate. This one guy's like, oh, my kidneys are hemorrhaging. This has only like happened in the last like day or two since they haven't had power. Surely you would have known about that prior to that and be like, yeah, you're not fit enough to go on a transfer. Don't do medical tests in this thing, I guess, no?
What?
I've never seen her picking up their bags and walking again. Like, you know, it's on par with the walking of Lord of the Rings at this stage, mate.
Pathetic.
Probably a dumbing point up the line.
This guy just sounds miserable. I know it's like fits a role, but it's like more like, oh, I'm in this fucking film, this is my line. Like, as if, like, midway through, he's like, oh, I regret kind of being in this film, but I've signed a contract, so I'll do it, like, but... That's what it feels like. It's kind of like a good metaphor for the film. It's like... I'm not saying it's not my kind of film. I like the idea and concept. Oh, is she topless again? Looks like it. Don't know why, but there we go. Anyway, yeah, the concept's fine. It's kind of a bit boring. Just walking from place to place. At least have some shit happen, like, you know what I mean? You know, even though it's 50 years in the future, fine, maybe, like, because they're alluding, like, some... Well, they haven't really got to the old apocalypse shit, but at least, like, I don't know, maybe animals, you come across some wolves and that, you're like, oh, fuck, like, have a little tense moment, like, you know what I mean, or shit, like, little things like that? No.
Pathetic.
Call the boys girls' names and the girls' boys' names.
So, like, I don't know if they become a partner, because earlier on, when he was, like, doing a transfer, you know, and, like, all huggy, and she's like, I'm cold, sleep down here, give her a hug. And she keeps going on about kids and what to call kids and that, but he's just kind of like this, oh, shut the fuck up. So it's like, I think they are in a relationship.
Not quite.
So what they're doing, they're having a scene of them just sitting down here, just moody talking. I don't know, you could have like maybe a crocodile or something turn up there and they're like, oh shit, like, you know, just a thought.
My sister happened
Oh no, excitement, no, don't worry about that, just...
about a week and a half late now.
Doesn't mean you're pregnant.
Like, I get when you haven't got much money, it's like, yeah, I can't really hire an alligator and a fucking guy who can, like, be on set to look after alligators. I get it, and CGI weren't a thing then, but... Maybe make a different film?
Well, duh.
Oh, there you go, there's... Do you think there's any cows left? He's like, I doubt it, so...
It's clean.
He's just on top of it. Anyway, so, they haven't actually said what caused this so-called apocalypse, but... They seem to know, like, yeah, there's no animals now, like... Maybe you should have mentioned that a bit earlier, or at least explain, like, yeah, all life is fucked, but... It's like saying no, but they haven't explained why or nothing. It's like, oh yeah, we're aware it's like the apocalypse. Oh, are you? Don't want to tell us why? No?
Pathetic.
Don't live very long and can't do very much. Just sort of gurgle and bump around a lot.
Most compassionate people you can imagine.
They just said they found, like, a civilization. They were around 30 years old, could blabble, couldn't say much, but were compassionate.
Mostly.
And she's deaf. I think practically all of them were.
And they're all, like, deaf and shit.
Incredibly happy.
But really happy. Okay.
She's almost normal except for her hearing and a slight motor retardation.
Did he just say what I think he said then?
Wouldn't she be better off with your baby than somebody else's like her? I think it might be kind of interesting.
She's like, oh, wouldn't this person who can't think for themselves be better off of you?
Jesus, I didn't mean anything by that.
Uh,
It just seems like it would be better. Anyway, guess what, y'all? Pregnant.
I'm pregnant?
What?
Not him, it was Arthur. Like it was all right with Jim.
Arthur.
We talked about it and everything. I just thought we should have as many as we could.
She's like, oh, I'm pregnant. Not with that guy who's I'm hanging around with now. Like, do we say no with him? With someone else?
She belongs to the streets.
Sterile who?
All of us.
Everyone's sterile?
What?
Well, fucking hell, I think they should have made that clear before you sign up. Oh yeah, by the way, if you transfer, you can never have kids. Like, you know what I mean? There's plenty of people who'll be like, I'm fine with it. Like, they probably let people know, kind of like, oh, really? I was literally only doing this job so I can raise money to raise a fucking family. You know what I mean? Well, better get a different job then.
Fuck this. Fuck. She missed her period. I think it's emotional.
I love that. What makes you think she's pregnant? She missed her period. I just think it's emotional. Like, I get like when you're like emotionally fucked, it can affect your body, but
I just couldn't tell her.
I don't know, like, you know, any people can explain that to me. Can you be emotional enough to go like, nah, fuck it, I'm missing my period? And you can? Like, is that a thing? If so, fuck. He said, how long will it take to get to the destination? A couple of weeks, but add 2 weeks if you're going to wait for half or what? You're going to sit around in a spot for 2 weeks or something for someone to turn up?
What?
That was their version of trying to skip the rock. So we got a scene, this is quite funny actually, we got a scene about him skipping rocks and they're slow-moing the skipping of the rocks. Was that like a massive impressive thing back in 73? If you were, I weren't around back then, but was that a thing? Rock skipping was like a, I don't know, tell me. But it's quite funny though, the way the woman just gets a brick and just goes. So basically, like, in the future, whatever the fuck's happened,
You okay?
I don't know, is it like that whole conspiracy of all the shit in the water and eventually fuck people up? I don't fucking know if they go in that direction.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
She's been all sneaky and quiet. Was she gonna like just run away with this other woman? Hold on, she said she's deaf. Why are you putting a fucking... That's pretty offensive. She knows they're deaf and she puts a fucking clock to her ear and the girl's like, what? So she's wandered off on her own because... I don't know, she's convinced she's pregnant and everyone's like, you're sterile, but no one's like argued to be nasty to her about it. Like, but... Where she decided to wander off to on her own? Why?
I don't know.
Oh, another thrilling scene of walking. Fantastic. I mean, it's not that cold there. Like, come on.
Hey! Come on! Come on!
Come on!
Arthur!
Well,
I'm back!
well, you went back to the place where he was 50 years ago, knowing you're 50 years ahead, hoping... What are you trying to achieve right about now?
I don't know.
Why is your face looking a lot more clean? Because I was literally going to make a joke about, no, the makeup's fucking held up, isn't it? Then it shows a dirty face. I was like, oh, I won't make that joke. But I'm pretty sure your face is clean again. So whatever, yeah, look. So whatever makeup company, it removes dirt without you even wiping and shit. Wow. Respect. Right, so she walked all the way back to the transfer place. Or was this like a different place that has the exact same transfer? I don't know. It looks the exact same place. But she knows she's got no power, which is why they went on a mission all the way to do whatever the fuck. Up.
Oh god, no.
Ah! Oh god, no. Please turn into a zombie. Whoa, something's happening. Whoa, whoa. Even though arms there. Right, so this girl, that's her sister. Like, you're not doing nothing. She, like, where's she in her hand?
Pathetic.
Come on, chuck a rock at her. So, is she somehow entered like the sister's reality where the sister didn't roll away and it's like a different dimension now? Or, because it wouldn't make sense to go in the future because she was dead, or maybe she weren't dead because she never checked her pulse, but she looks the same anyway, so why would she be, like, it turned her mad maybe?
I don't know.
Why are you doing this? Like, you know how to open the thing. I'm kind of really confused here, mate. Like, so, you showed your sister die earlier. We assume she died. Or is it when she transferred back to the 50-year thing, whatever, she left her there for dead, and now she's like, fuck you, sister, for leaving me for dead, maybe? And her sister's the one that sabotaged everything, which is why it's fucked. How was all the power back working? Didn't he say that the power was off and nothing was working?
What?
And like a random security guy's looking back because he's supposed to be doing all this in secret, and now he's actually witnessed someone come through. So someone's come through a fucking portal or whatever, like, and you're telling me you got like that 4 guards at best.
What?
Fuck off, you'd have a squadron of people ready for that. It's like, yo, someone's come through the portal. What the fuck? Like, you know what I mean?
Bet your ass.
Well, he's walked in to witness it at least, like, so, she's transferred back and her sister's kind of cool with her now, and, like, she's still holding a knife, but she's not attacking her, so she's had time to think and be like, oh shit, I may overreacted there, like, you know? My sister did mean to kill, like, you know, leave me for dead, like... Trista said here, literally just showing a shot of her sister holding a knife, which I'm assuming right by there, because she's on some fucking... Yeah. Are they a different time? Has she gone to a different... Because the impression I get, you either go to your present day or 50 years. There's no, like, in between. They've never, ever jumped anywhere in between. Is she randomly jumped a different time? Like...
I don't know.
Look at a raindrop on the lens there, like. Didn't think, oh, redo that again. Nope, another raindrop.
Not quite.
That's like the 20th time she's dropped that in this film. Fucking idiot.
Karen!
Ah, what the fuck? So is she imagining this or not? Like,
I don't know.
who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Okay, what the fuck? Have they just put her in a boot and like what? Well, it looks like all the future people, I guess. Like,
We'll use each other then, won't we?
okay, quite sinister kid. Okay, they're saying about using them, so in the future they know as time travelers and like whatever the fuck they go. Okay,
What?
and that's how it ends. Credits are rolling, like, you know, is that's how it ends. Okay, so that was the Idaho Transfer from 1973. Makes sense it was made in 1973, in the sense of, like, I think as far as the editing goes in the editing room, they was smoking or doing whatever a bit too much. It's not like necessarily a psychedelic film. It is not at all. It's more so like, at certain points I'm like, why is this happening? You clearly forgot to put in a scene you filmed there, but this is a final print. That's what I mean about, like, I think every time they got to the editing, they're like, mate, that scene and that scene's missing. Yeah, I tell you what, bro, let's light one up and then tomorrow we'll do it. Yeah, come in the next day. Hold on, what the fuck? What was yesterday? Did we do everything? I think so, mate. I think we had to move on to, like, yeah, we were moving on. Oh, we did check everything. Yeah, we were moving on. So I think in the editing room, they just got so fucking high. Like, by the time the final thing came out, they were like, oh, fuck, we forgot to add in a... Oh, shit, you know. Because there's a lot of moments where you're like, why is this happening? Well, let's say a lot of moments. A couple of moments more towards the end where you're like, why is this happening now? And a couple of moments in between, you're like, that's a bit of a change of pace and weird. So a lot of weird shit like that. I understood the concept of it, you know, the kind of time traveling, but it was a big idea on a small scale. That's the problem with a lot of these type of films. When you got like a huge idea, you kind of need a budget behind it to pull off what you're doing. Otherwise, shit like this happens, it gets a bit messy, and you're being like, you do that on a small budget, but it did make sense, you know. Like, it wasn't a terrible film by all means, in the sense, like, the storyline in that was kind of fine. I understand that, you know, time traveling thing, but it was kind of a bit boring, you know what I mean? It was a lot of just walking around. It's kind of, someone jumps on her and attacks her kind of right at the end, but it's like, why didn't we get that kind of throughout? Like, you know what I mean? People are dying off and like, off screen, or they talk about it. If they don't make it too clear about how they're aware of the future, and then right at the end is like the present people who can speak when they were like, oh, I think the only people we come across are like the deaf people. So at the end, they mistake the woman for one of the deaf people. So I guess like in the future, if you're like, I don't know, because they say these deaf people aren't dangerous, they're fine. And like, you know, if you're a bit like act like a kid, then they just murder you and whatever. Like, so I didn't get that at the end part. I didn't really get what they're going with there. Because the young kid's like, you sure? And like, you know, he's got conscious. But when we run out of them, aren't we going to turn on each other? Okay, so you're just talking about humanity's going to turn on each other, which it has done throughout time. It's never going to change. I think that's what they were going for there. Basically 50 years, like they never actually say what caused the apocalypse, though. That's the main thing. It's like you never say what caused it, like, you know. I think it might, like, you know, leave it to your imagination, whatever was going on there, you know, pollution, environmental, probably what it was, but they never make it clear. Nuclear war, they never make that, don't even hint at that, really. You'd think it'd be something like that. So it's very confusing, and being 1973, and as I said, like, I just think, like, he's trying to be experimental. I think, like, with certain scenes, like when they got like the car and the woman's like searching in there and stuff, I think it's like, oh, on the day you just walking around, go, look, oh fucking there's an abandoned car there. I don't think they placed that there because of how low budget was, and just went, oh, I'll make up a scene today to fit it in. And I think basically he found a location in the back of nowhere, so they didn't have to get permission to film nothing, and they're like, oh, this looks like an interesting thing, how can I write this into the story? And kind of like the day before he saw the thing and then just had an idea and said to the actors, okay, tomorrow we're just going to film this scene and this is what's happening. Now it seems like he kind of made part of it up as he went along, because it is low budget, keep that in mind. So I will get to it. Like, concept, the idea, fine, no problem with that. I guess messy though, but that's not because I don't think maybe I don't understand it fully, but I think it's just messy because of the editing, and I'm pretty sure they forgot to put a couple of scenes in there, like, which they probably did film, like, generally, like, not deleted scenes, I think they forgot to do it. And like, at the beginning I was like, it's fine, this is not my kind of thing, but as it goes on, it's like Lord of the Rings, walking, and then it's like, you know, nothing happening. I think at least have an action scene, have something happening here. It's just a bit too boring. That's the problem with it. The idea and concept's cool, but it's a dud because I can't give it a spud, because at first I was like, you know, I probably will give it a spud and say, not my kind of thing, but I'll give it a spud because, you know, low budget, did your thing. But as the film went on more, it's just like, and it wasn't even that long of a film, that's the thing, like, you know what I mean? And it felt really long, so I know that's a bad sign. You know, nice when AJ Roller first suggested it. But yeah, it was just kind of like, it could have done with some, like, just more shit happening as far as action goes, maybe. It was just too boring for me, really, like, you know what I mean? So I'll do what I can with the episode, like, but yeah, that was Idaho Transfer anyway. Hope you enjoyed. If you have seen this, what did you think yourself? Any other films to suggest, let me know. Otherwise, I've been Maniacal Mac. Thanks for joining us next time. Peace out.
Maniacal Mac.